This Ralph Lauren conversation is starting to get a little questionable, and I knew it was coming. Ralph Lauren being around for years and finally deciding to represent black people in a collection is not Ralph Lauren or black people being painted in a positive light. I am so sorry. I also just want to note that black people across all the socioeconomic spectrums have worn Ralph Lauren, whether they were stealing it because they were poor or whether they had access enough to buy it. It's not. And then trying to demonize people who had to steal because they couldn't afford it. Woo, I have news for y'all. People were not just stealing. People are stealing because of poverty. And this goes back to the conversation with some black folks trying to intentionally separate themselves from black folks who are poverty-stricken or are in circumstances because of a lack of access, which is elitism. And then we start to hear the conversation going in a different direction when people start saying that the people who are against this are the same group of people who in school used to ask black folks who were educated, why do you speak so white? I think your own trauma is starting to show up in this conversation. And I understand that. I get it. But at this juncture of the conversation, you're actually starting to prove the point because y'all are trying to degrade poor black folks. And it's a questionable thing to be trying to do. And yes, there are black folks in poor communities and in wealthy communities who dress like that. The conversation that we're having is about access. Are we creating more barriers of access for poor black folks? Are we trying to create separation in the black community between the elite black folks and the poor black folks? And just so we're clear, dressing like this doesn't make you the good black people. And we should not be trying to be the good black people. But I do think the language that people choose to use in this conversation gets a little interesting, specifically when they're describing black folks who lack access.